Hi, Langley. It's Miss McKay again, and I'm here with Taylor and Braden, and I want to do a read aloud story with you. This story is called The Grumpy Bunny Joins the Team, and it's by Justine Corman, and it's illustrated by Lucinda McQueen, and it's a troll publication. So I'm going to read it to Taylor and Braden and show you guys the pictures, and we're going to act out some of the emotions that Grumpy Bunny goes through during the course of the story. Okay, so we're going to see how our emotions affect what happens to us. It's going to be really fun. This is a cute story. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Okay, you ready, Taylor and Braden?
Oh, we're ready. Hello. Hi.
Can you see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
All right.
It's me and Braden. We're going to be acting out the story.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. After a long day of... Did I just X out of it?
Oh,
No.
No.
Okay. After a long day of teaching, Hopper the Grumpy Bunny was ready to go home. But his friend Coach needed to talk. The big baseball game between Easter Bunny Elementary and Swamp Cabbage Primary is coming up. All right, guys, get in your places because you got to be ready. Thank you. I'm waiting for you to get in your places. Sorry, my assistants are not cooperating. The big baseball game between Easter Bunny Elementary and Swamp Cabbage Primary is coming up, Coach said with a sigh. They don't call those skunks the invincible stinkers for nothing. They always win, and I just don't have enough time to coach our whole team by myself. The Grumpy Bunny frowned. He didn't like the sound of this conversation. Taylor and Braden, if somebody came up to you and wanted you to help them with something after you've been working all day long and you felt tired, what would your face look like? What would your body be doing? Taylor looks like she's taking a nap. Braden looks like he's making a sad face. Let's see what happens to Hopper the bunny. Hopper had never been good at baseball. He tried to play when he was just a school bunny, but he was always the worst player on his team. He couldn't throw, field, or hit. At the big playoff, little Hopper struck out in the final inning and lost the game for his team. The next season, he wasn't even asked to play. And some of Hopper's friends wouldn't talk to him anymore. How would you feel if your friends wouldn't talk to you? You'd feel sad, right? Show me your sad faces. Ooh, I like that pouty lip, Braden. Coach slapped Hopper on the shoulder and brought him back to the present. So what do you say, pal? Will you help the team? Sit down. Sit.
They can't see them. They just see the ear.
Sit down, Taylor. I need to be able to see it, okay? So what do you say, pal? Will you help the team? Will you be my assistant coach? Hopper thought hard. Why don't you ask Marigold? Coach's sweetheart, Marigold, was the girls' gym coach. Her track team is training for a big meet, Coach explained. Then he added, Lilac will be assisting Marigold. Hopper's ears perked up when he heard Lilac's name. The Grumpy Bunny adored the pretty music teacher. We practice Mondays and Wednesdays after school, Coach said without waiting to hear Hopper's answer. See you tomorrow on the field. He tossed a baseball cap at Hopper. Hopper's paws slapped together. The cap dropped at his feet. Hopper sighed and thought, what have I gotten myself into this time? So if you're worried about doing a new task, what would you do? What would your face look like? Oh no! Let's see what happens. The Grumpy Bunny found out at practice the next day. I'm going to coach the starting lineup, Coach told him. I need you to work with Skip, Flip, and Trip. As Coach led the rest of the team away for drills, Hopper looked at the three bunnies left on the bench. We're hopeless, Trip said quietly. Hopper smoothed the brim of his cap. What would Coach say? You're not hopeless. Be hopeful. If you try your hardest, you're bound to improve. We couldn't get any worse, Flip pointed out. Skip giggled shyly. Hopper smiled. From now on, you're Hopper's hopefuls, he said encouragingly.
Now what will we be like?
Not yet. But Grumpy Bunny soon found out that it takes more than hope to hit a ball. It takes aim, skill, and strength. and the ability to move without tripping over your own paws. Hopper tried hard not to get mad at Trip when she tripped. He gritted his teeth when Skip dodged a pitch, and when Flip flopped. Let's practice some fielding instead, he suggested. But the hopefuls' fielding was even worse than their batting. Flip took forever to reach the ball. Trip tripped over first base, and Skip ran away as if the ball were going to bite him. What would you do if you thought the ball was going to bite you? What's your scared, nervous face? Oh no! Finally, the grumpy bunny couldn't take any more. He threw down his cap. He was about to say, "I quit," when he heard the sound of singing from the girls' field. Hopper saw Lilac leading the relay team. The runners were singing around while passing the baton. Lilac waved. She left the bunny runners to their practice and came over to say hello. "Why are they singing?" Hopper asked curiously. "I think singing helps the runners work smoothly together in rhythm," Lilac explained. "That way they'll learn to run as a team." Hopper's ears twitched with sudden excitement. "As a team," he repeated thoughtfully. Do you think Hopper's getting an idea?
Yeah.
Hopper returned to his hopefuls. "From now on, forget about baseball," he told them. "Our goal is to become a team. That means using our strengths to help each other." "What if we don't have any strengths?" Skip asked. "Everyone's good at something," Hopper assured him. "For instance, you're good at avoiding the ball, so you can lead us in a dodgeball game." With Skip's help, Flip learned to move faster, and Trip stopped tripping over her own feet. Flip was good at juggling, so Hopper said, "Let's teach these bunnies how to catch." At first, Skip was afraid of the falling balls, but after a while, he stopped flinching and started catching. Trip had a tougher time, but she kept trying. You keep trying and you make progress, right?
Yeah.
Braden, are you with us?
Woo!
I see the back of your head, honey. "Now let's juggle together," Hopper decided. These bunnies put on their baseball gloves and began to toss the ball. Flip, Skip, and Trip had always done poorly during catching practice, but this seemed different. They were playing and having a good time. If you're having a good time, what does your face look like? Show me your smiley face. Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Hopper noticed Coach's group running laps. He tapped Trip's arm and cried, "Tag, you're it!" The grumpy bunny raced away. Trip took off after him. She was so caught up in the game, she forgot to trip over her feet. Instead, she tagged Flip, who started chasing Skip. Are they starting to learn some things?
No.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
A little while later, Coach blew his whistle to signal the end of practice. Hopper sighed. "Shh, thank you." Hopper sighed. "I wish we had more time." The grumpy bunny couldn't believe what he'd just said. But it was true. He'd been having fun. Braden, sit calmly, please. We're not going to throw toys during the story.
The thing here's you.
The grumpy bunny couldn't believe what he'd just said, but it was true. He'd been having fun.
Yeah, he
Trip
was having
agreed.
fun.
"This was more like a party than a workout," she exclaimed.
Yes.
That gave Hopper another idea. At the next practice, Hopper's hopefuls played party games.
Ow.
They started with hot potato. "Faster," Hopper shouted. The hopefuls threw the potato ball faster and faster. Eventually, they were going so fast they could barely see the ball, but no one dropped it. Are they learning more
Yeah.
and getting better?
Whee!
All right, let's see what happens. Braden, leave it. Braden. This may be Braden's last help in a video. Next, Hopper brought out a piñata. "Remember, work as a team," he said. "The hopefuls who weren't blindfolded can help the other one back." "What kind of candy is inside?" Flip wondered. "There's candy inside?" Skip asked excitedly as he took hold of the bat. With that, Skip swung harder than he had ever thought he could. Thwack! The piñata burst open in a shower of sweets. Skip happily shared the candy with the rest of the team. Hopper was very proud of his hopefuls. Right?
Yes. Oh, your thing's going on.
Leave it. On the morning of the big game, Hopper's phone rang. "It's me," a voice croaked. The grumpy bunny knew who it was. He just didn't want to believe it. "I'm sick," Coach wheezed. "I can't help our team beat the invincible Stinkers." "You can't give up now," Hopper protested. "The team is counting on you." How do you think Hopper feels right now?
Sad.
A little scared and worried?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go over there and show me your scared and worried face. Get that out of your mouth. Scared and worried face.
The thing won't see it.
It sees you, but I don't see scared and worried faces. There they are. "No, the team is counting on you," Coach rasped. "What?" Hopper squeaked. "You can do it," Coach said. "You'll be great. Good luck." And he hung up the phone. Hopper's stomach flip-flopped as he muttered to himself, "Here's another fine mess I've gotten myself into." So you think Hopper's excited or scared?
Scared.
Scared.
The other ones are going to win without him.
He needs some courage, right?
Yeah.
Hopper's hopefuls played well through the whole game. Trip tripped in the outfield, but she juggled the ball into her glove. "Go, team, go!" the bunnies cheered. Flip almost tagged out at second base, but he quickly used one of Skip's dodgeball moves. "Safe!" the umpire shouted. "Yay, team!" the fans cried. The score was tied in the last inning. The bunnies had 2 outs. The crowd was tense. Who would win? Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to win? Take a guess. Make a prediction. You don't have to be right. Just make a prediction.
I don't know who's going to win because I don't know the name.
You don't know? Are the bunnies going to win or the invincible Stinkers?
The bunnies.
You think the bunnies? Who do you think? The skunks or the bunnies?
The stunks.
The stunks? Okay. Timid Skip was at bat. He looked scared. Hopper paced. "Do it for the team," he called. Then he added, "Pretend it's a piñata." Skip swung the bat so hard, he sent the ball sailing out of the park. You're leaning the computer, Taylor. Let go. Let go of the box.
Sorry. I wasn't even touching the box.
Easter Bunny Elementary had won the game.
The bunny? Woo! I want to stunk!
Sorry.
The stunks, they're too small.
We're rooting for Grumpy Bunny. Don't act like a grumpy bunny. Suddenly, Hopper felt himself lifted up until he rode on a bobbing mass of shoulders. Cheers rang out all around. Lilac smiled at him. Hopper had never felt less grumpy in his entire life. Go over there and make me your happy faces. Yay! Happy faces. Sir Byron, the great hare, came down from the stands to shake Hopper's paw. "Excellent game," he said. "You're a good bunny to have on the team." The grumpy bunny's ears perked up. He looked over at his hopefuls and grinned. Hopper had finally made the team. It's not how many flies you catch or times you cross home plate. Teamwork and togetherness make every player great. Yay! And my students always know this is true because I always tell them the more effort they put into something, the better they will do, and practice always makes progress. I'm really proud of you, my Langley 4th grade lovebirds, and I can't wait to be back at school. I miss you guys so much. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.